Hey everyone, deep inside your heart space, right here, exists a magical doorway, a portal to your multidimensional self. All the wonder of your incarnations, the connection with your star family, your higher self, the multidimensional aspects of you, that energy is available right through here. How do we access it though? Well, through years of just getting present, getting centered, meditation, connectedness with my guides, and that intuitive guidance brought me into this area, into this space. And it all started really with a guided meditation years ago where I connected with my guide. Now, the importance of this heart space is that there exists a portal here. Think of it as a singularity, gravity, a doorway to the higher versions of you. Now, this was first represented to me or presented to me as a space, a physical space that I had tremendous fear of when I was younger. So there was a trauma here that was blocking this doorway for many, many years for me. Now, this space represented the basement of the house I grew up in, my parents' home, not too far from where I live now, but yet this space represented something that was very fearful for me. Now, I know I had amazing times in the basement of this house, but I had many times had dreams of ETs and things like that kind of lurking about and hiding about in this basement. So I had this subconscious block. Now, when I connected with my guide, I was brought in through the healing process into this basement. I realized that the fear that I held for this area was literally blocking me off from my higher self. So I worked with my guide and I moved through that and continued to come down into that space. I even started having dreams about moving down into that basement and this multidimensional portal just kind of opening up. Even in meditation, I would go down there and a fire would appear in the middle of this room, which looked like a furnace. And my Pleiadian guide, my spirit guide, other versions of me would pop through, just appear from this flame, from this fire, and they would go in and out of this. And I realized that that was a portal. So this space allowed me to get in and release a lot of the barriers that were blocking my access, my remembering, my knowing, and connectedness to these multidimensional versions of me. So when we move in here and we do this through meditation, we're going to start to feel, first off, if there's any blockages there, any fear, we be present with the fear. We sit with it. We allow ourselves to hold it in that love. Okay, that's why this is in the heart space, right? That unconditional love comes through and becomes just this multidimensional space of just loving compassion to be able to sit with these fears and allow them to alchemize. As I worked through that process, more and more aspects of me started to come through this portal. Okay. And it was represented as this basement, this physical space here in this reality from when I was a child. So what really is happening here is that as we heal these traumas, okay, these blockages that prevent us from connecting with that or have prevented us from connecting with those aspects of us, we are allowing this energy to start to flow. And it comes through this portal and starts to move up and down our body, right? And as we move this energy and we free up more energetic, dense blockages, we start to have memories come through or knowings of other incarnations that kind of get up into here. So when we do this, it's just very, very powerful. And we can literally step into a space where we start to separate or detach from our physicalness. And it's almost like it's like an in-between. We're not fully moving into our multidimensional aspects, but we get into a space where we're detached from our physical body, we're detached from our senses, and we're able to really start to feel here in the heart space. We could feel in here, and we start to remember that aspect of us that is not present. The awareness, the consciousness is not here in this physical body. It is the multidimensional aspect of us. Okay. So what we're doing when we're in this space is reconnecting and remembering that version of us. And that slowly starts to ground it, into the body, because then we could sit and hold this in this space of neutrality, in this void, and bring this energy through. Even though we've detached a little bit from the physical senses, we have the ability to anchor it here into the body. And as we're in this space, we could literally start to breathe with this energy, this new connected energy that we have, and literally pull it through that singularity, that gravity, use that gravity, because we're focusing consciousness into here. We're creating a powerful energetic force, an electromagnetic force, gravity, and we're bringing this energy through, and we could start breathing. And when we shift to our breath, we are anchoring that energy in the physical body, and we're moving it up and down. And this energy comes up through our system, and it starts to connect with all the chakras, and everything starts to come into balance. And then all of a sudden, the crown chakra opens, and we start to bring in more of these cosmic memories and things like that. And it comes down here into the root, and we ground even more into Gaia. Maybe we start to remember other incarnations here. Maybe it was ancient Egypt, the Mayans, maybe it was Lemuria, Atlantis, things of that nature. So all this incredible stuff starts to happen. I wanted to really touch on the fact that this energy, this multidimensional energy, is really kind of a nebulous energy. Our mind wants to try to start to create stories around it as it starts to come through, and wants to drop it into the Rolodex or reference points of a physical universe. And it's very important to keep a little bit of space from that, observe the ego trying to do that, but not really allow it to anchor this new energy into a story out in reality, because it really doesn't know what to make of this energy, because it's not something that is experienced through the five senses. So what it will do is it will try to put it in a framework so that we can interpret it and understand it in the five senses. So just know when you start to reconnect with this energy, that it's okay to allow, let the ego do its thing and start to create these physical stories of this energy. Just observe it, though. Just observe all of this as it's going on, and don't tie to it. Don't attach to it. Just allow it to be. As we continue to rise in consciousness, and we detach from these 3D timelines, we're going to start to better understand the relationship of this energy and how it really affects our physical reality. Okay, but it's very important to not allow the ego to anchor this into a 3D sort of reality or a 3D timeline. Just kind of let it be and observe it and hold the space. Now, when you can do this, you're going to be able to continually start to go back into that void area in between the here and in between the multidimensionalness there, and allow that connection again. We're facilitating that connection, allow it to be, allow it to take place, and breathe it into the body. And this is best done through meditation. Now, when you're out in nature, you could do a walking meditation too, and with your eyes open, get into this heart space here and connect and bring that energy down and breathe with it and incorporate Gaia into it. Just be careful of, as these memories come through, of the stories that the ego wants to attach to it. It's very important to focus on the emotions and the feelings that you're getting, and just be present with those, hold space, and allow them to alchemize. Because as this energy moves through you, it's going to show you all the blockages, all the energetic blockages within the body that need to be healed, so that more of that can step down here into this reality. So be very conscious of that. Work with this energy. Very, very powerful time for this. You're going to get into that space of nothingness and bring it back and down in here and really start to integrate that. And you're just going to grow like crazy. It's going to be an absolutely magical and amazing experience for you. So if you know anyone this video can help, please feel free to share it. I would greatly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you're watching on Facebook. Follow me, Instagram. Follow me. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.